Good morning. Welcome to Bars and Bells.
Hello, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Ian. And this is our weekend workout with body weight only. Welcome and join us in this mermaid sit as we say hey.
Hey.
And maybe you need that hand out to the side to help keep those shoulders square and hips level. Or maybe we could figure that out. Or maybe we could figure out that we're not all that level there anyway. How are you doing? Welcome to a Saturday morning practice live. We're in the archive, a place to practice strength and have fun with people we love here and there. So welcome to today's practice. Let's switch up your sits. And no rules, anyhow you want. Could you do the same thing on the other side? Easier, harder, twistier, closer to a plant. Hello.
Little harder for me.
Little tougher. So just check in with that. We'll come back to this position near the end of today's practice, and hopefully we can feel like it's warmed up and have a little bit of fun with the mermaid sit. From here, I'll get on my knees. Lauren's going to get on her back. If I was doing this drill, I'd look a lot like Lauren here. So on your backside, hand on the belly, and then hand on the chest. Take a breath into the belly. Inhale full, exhale next. Fill the chest. Exhale. Repeat a belly breath in for 4 seconds. Let's hold for 4 seconds. And then exhale. And repeat a 4-second belly.
Breath.
Breath in. Hold for 4. And take a gentle chest breath in. And then exhale. For the last time, take your 4-second belly breath in. Hold for 4 seconds. And take a huge breath into the chest. Did you breathe in so big?
And do we get to exhale?
Yeah, but could you breathe in so big that it forces the air out? One more time. Breath into the belly. Hold. And now into the chest. So big that it exhales for you. Try to make breathing that automatic response where you could breathe in so much and then flip the switch and get into that exhale. But from here, let's take one quick moment, get on those hands, a little bit of our head, neck, and wrists, and from there we'll roll around.
Starting with your hands nice and wide open and under the shoulders. Gently grip fingers heavy into the floor, pushing the pinky, the ring, the middle, the index, the thumb. Then try to rotate those blood donations forward. And then gently shrug your shoulders up into your ears, where we'll be for a handstand. But then pull them down, thinking about engaging those lats or those underarm muscles. Repeat that again. Shrug your shoulders up into your ears. And then pull them down into the armpits. Now from here, gently tucking your chin, making your spine nice and long. And then rotate your head, neck like you're looking over one shoulder. Back through center. And the other side. All the while trying to keep those elbow pits forward, shoulders down, fingers heavy. Now can you gently shift your weight, so head's neutral now, sorry. Shift your weight forward into your fingers and then use them to push you back. And try that one more time. Shift your weight forward into your hands and fingers. Feel that weight through the first knuckle line into your fingertips and then press yourself away all the way up. Extend, shake that up. Whew. From here, we'll come back down to another wrist. We'll come to knuckles.
The gorilla wrists.
So fists. Again, before we go anywhere, oh, that flour all over me. Shrug your shoulders, making bread this morning.
Ooh, sourdough bread.
Pull your shoulders down. Shrug your shoulders, pull your shoulders down. Now, slowly roll open the back of your hand, spreading the fingers. If you find you can't do that, bring your knees closer. Take a little weight off. See if that helps. Re-pull your shoulder down. Try to rotate that blood donation forward. And then really press into the floor to press back up. Repeat, same thing other side. Roll over the back of the hand,
Keeping that armpit low.
trying to pull the shoulder down, blood donation forward, and then press away. One more time each side. Rolling open and over. Get all those fingernails to touch the floor, and then press away. And last time on the other side, rolling over, getting those fingernails to touch, and then pressing away. Nice. Push up off the floor, extending your hips, and then just sit back.
Yeah. How's that sides of sit feeling for you today? The knees, the toe point. Emphasize that toe point here. How's the sides of sit? From here, just squeeze your bum a little bit. Bounce up and down. Could you squeeze your right? Could you squeeze your left? And then if you did the both together, you can extend those hips to the tall. Then from here, tuck under the toes in the back. And then just sit and warm up those arches a little bit. Maybe you could kind of swish the feet out the back. Mine are hard to see.
Swish.
Kind of out to the side just a little bit.
Swish.
Maybe you could sink back just a little bit extra.
Like the window wipers on the bus.
Ooh, let's not sing that song. So then we'll extend those hips through here. Let's just go back to those hands and wrists.
This time, let's rotate one hand all the way around so that our fingertips face us. And we're pulling our shoulder down. And again, that blood donation is facing forward. Gently sitting back, press your pinky heavy into the floor, then your thumb, then your ring, then your index, then your middle. Press, 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 press. Now bend the elbow, peel the palm away from the floor, trying to keep that first knuckle line down. And then continue through that first knuckle line so your fingers start coming up. Flick the floor away. Same thing, other side. Now that side goes normal. Other side, back of hand. Fingers facing you. Back of hand forward, or like this, basically. Then, gently, thumb heavy, baby, index, ring, middle, sit back. Then bend the elbow, peel the palm away from the floor, and then fingers leave. Whew.
Ooh, I like that one.
That's nice.
From here, let's take some time off those hands and wrists. Does it feel like we're warming them up, or does it feel like they've had too much? Build that resilience, build the endurance and the grip strength and the wrists mobility. Let's get off them, as I said there, but we'll come back to them, I hope. So on your back side here. On your back side with your hands out like a T, take one hand and reach it to the ceiling. Pack the shoulder, but then reach and roll and continue to use the legs as little as possible, and then rotate the hands overhead like a dive. Take that same hand out to the side like a T, pull the shoulder down, and add a nice rotation, leading with the trunk, nice and slow, rolling on to the back. Return those arms to a T shape. At the T, take the other arm, my case the right, pack the shoulder, reach and roll over, ending up in your handstand dive shape. And then as room permits, I'm blocked by the wall, but I'll reach out to the right with that same right arm and nice and slow roll over to the back. Repeat one more time. Keep the arm overhead if allowed now. Reach and roll. Nice and slow. Lengthening out. Same arm to the side. Pull that armpit down. Make sure that we're not flailing the shoulder back. And then last time here, last roll with that upper body drive here. Lengthening out. Resetting the roll. And then arm out to the side. Roll through to your back. Woo. From here, just take your time. Find yourself back to that sides of sit. Or sitting on your heels with nice bent knees. From here, we'll extend those hips. We'll tuck the toes. I'll use the floor to get to the tips of the toes. Then from here, Find a place that you could sit down, but your heels could be heavy. From there, stand up. Next, find your first balance of the day, our toe balance. Pulling together in this straw, pointing toes, sending energy so deep that we can grow so tall. And then take our time as you reset those heels to the floor. When the heels touch, next, a plie squat where the bum stays straight over top of those heels, but the knees come forward. And then there'll be a tipping point where you could then get yourself towards the balls of your feet as you slowly sit low into toe squat. Nice and slow with hands, perhaps. Extend the hips then once the knees contact floor. Flatten toes and sit back. Let's play with that one more time. Extend the hips with the squeeze. Tuck the toes. Then hands or no hands to the toe tips. Then find that place again where the heels can stay heavy. Lauren's great low. My little chair sits good too. And then extend through. Find our toe balance as we push down to go up. We're connecting that rib cage to the hips, squeezing the butt, pushing those ankle bones together, and then slowly, slowly return full heels to the floor. Once they are, bend the knees, feel the flow from the ankle to the toes as you then nice and slowly descend in that toe squat, and then extend hips, come on through, and then slowly get to your back anyhow you want. Oh, not quite yet. You go, Lauren.
All right, we're rolling again. This time our lower body's taking us around. Arms are overhead again. Bending one knee, pulling it in towards your chest. Then start straightening it and reaching it over your body so the hip starts to roll and you pull yourself over using your low body onto your stomach. Now take that same leg and bend it up towards the ceiling, reaching up towards the ceiling, and then around to the corner to pull you over, returning to your backside. Same thing, other leg. Knee bends. Starts to extend. Falls over, pulling you across. Knee bends, reaches to ceiling, extends to pull you to the back. Nice. One more time each way. Knee comes in, starts to straighten, falls to pull you over. That upper body is nice and quiet, just along for the ride. Reaching back up towards the ceiling, rolling back over. And last time, knee comes in, straightens, pulls you over.
Ooh.
To your stomach. What?
That was closer than I thought.
Oh. Knee bends, reaches towards the ceiling, and rolls us to our back.
Great rolls. All right, from there, gently get back to that size of sit, sitting on your bum. Nice and low with the toe point in the back. Maybe can you lift your toes off the ground in the back? So keep your bum down, but lift the toes or the top arch of the foot off the ground and really make that effort to cramp up those arches and point those toes. But from here, let's extend those hips. Then we'll get to the toe tuck. Hands or no hands to your sit. At that point, could you get your heels on the ground while staying low? Hup. And then a stand up. Hup. Find our toe balance. Can you shift weight to one foot? Maybe we need a little outrigger here at the bar. Nice and slow to 1 foot. Whew. A little tricky this morning. Then get to 2 feet. And then same thing on the other side. Extend those hips through. Drive down to come up. Hold a little balance down there. Couple seconds. And then the tips of the toes. And nice and slow down. A little bit of a shake here. Lauren loves doing those core exercises after we do some of those core warm-up exercises. And today, I'd like to celebrate that hamster crawl or a plank walkout with a little bit of squats, and then we'll get into a couple crawls, and then our handstands practice continues. But here we go in that hamster crawl. I've done that for my knees lately. Lauren, what did you use underneath your knees? Because you were sliding a little bit. Or you went to your toes because, I forget.
For a plank walkout.
Plank walkout.
Oh, that's not a hamster crawl or a plank walkout we're doing?
Hamster, plank walkout.
I switched to my toes because my knees were sliding across the
Right.
floor. Yeah. So that doesn't really solve anything.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, just make sure you have something rigid to pull from here. That's all. All right.
Anchored.
Go ahead, Lauren. Plank walk us for us. Plank walk out for
From here, we're hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Tuck under and start to brace your core already. Now keep that tension as you slowly walk your hands towards your overhead. Hips are going to come with you a little bit. Shoulders are coming with you a little bit. But make sure you're staying tucked through that low back and not getting too extended. Now pressing that floor away so we have those elevated shoulders like we would in our handstand for 3, 2, and then pull those hands back in.
Whew.
Same thing again. Tucking under a little bit, bracing core, and then slowly walking yourself out to that extended plank position, holding, staying tucked under, pressing the floor away, 3, 2, and then pulling those arms back in underneath you. Oh, I think 2's good.
2's enough. Yeah. Okay, cool. So from here, size of sit to stand one last time. Extend those hips. Tuck the toes. Hands or no hands. Find that toe balance down there. Then find the heels and stand up.
Whew.
Then again, find your toe balance up tall.
Oh.
Hands on hips, balance aids if you need. Continue to push the hips forward as we look to hold for a couple seconds in a single leg balance. And then slow down and slow switch. Use your balance aid. Minimize how much touch you have and maximize how much touch is going into the floor. Little wobblier here. I'm going to try to own it to the end. Whew. Back to 2 feet, and then nice and slow, own down. Again, balancing rolling pins on your hand. Standing on your toes will help your balance and your handstands practice. Practice balance in all ways. Celebrate movement always. Let's go back down the floor. Let's fire up those abs one last time on a plank walkout.
Nice.
Hinge or fold, Lauren? What do you want?
Hinge. Chop those hips back. Oh, feel that nice long hamstring stretch or moves. Then tip forward. If you're from your knees, get back down there. Tucking under, hands under shoulders. Then slowly start walking those hands away from center into your extended plank position. Once you get there, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and then pressing the floor away to push yourself back up. One more time. Tucked, squeezed, brace, press away, walk away from center, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and then be able to get back up and relax.
Whew. Whew. From there, Lauren loved that hamstring stretch. Let's go back there. Lately, she's been cueing it so beautifully with these bent knees. So thank you for going right into that, Lauren. You have great habits. So bend those knees first. It's the tailbone. Tip the tailbone to the ceiling or the front of the hips towards the floor, lengthening out. Then make sure your elbows are straight. Then do the same thing at the tailbone. Tuck the tailbone.
Sorry, tilt it?
Tilt it to the ceiling or front of hips to the floor, but then straighten your elbows.
Knees.
Then maybe straighten the knees and then take your time.
Oh.
Pedaling around, walking up, keeping that nice extension or long shape in the tailbone. Woo! Mike, almost near drop.
Near drop.
Lauren's near off camera.
Oops.
Come on back.
I'm back.
Again, we asked that question. You feeling warmed up? You feeling maxed out?
Nope.
Comment came in here, so I'm just going to check out and say, hey.
Good day.
Good day. Yes, great. We also love that. We like that because it always improves
What do we like? What does it say?
the walkout there
Mm.
because it has that overhead mobility component and the hollow shape that we're always trying to aim for
Oh.
in that handstand.
Oh.
So we'll be playing with other variations of squats today. So for one repetition here, let's open up to your squat stance of choice. Narrow, wide, your hips. Figure it out a little bit. Pull yourself towards a low position. Could you go lower? That's up to you. Down here, that does feel good on my groin, adductors. I can lift my heart up. I can breathe. And how long do you think you can hang out down here?
A minute?
No, maybe like 20 more minutes. Just hang out down here for 20 more minutes.
That's boring.
That's boring. So it's breath, come on up. Toes in, and then shake. What's not boring is playing. So on your own here, play with your handstand, play with a cartwheel, play with a crawl. I'm gonna elephant crawl over there for a little bit. Then I'm gonna do one cartwheel each way just for fun. Have a little fun here on your own, and we'll come back with a more direct effort for a handstand.
1 minute of
So elephant crawl.
free time.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna do some kick-ups.
Kick it up. So check out the screen if you want, or we'd like to know what you get to warm up with again. Do you choose a couple kick-ups? Work some extra endurance muscles here on a crawl? Or the cartwheel?
The other day, someone came here in the studio. I'm gonna wait to do a cartwheel until Lauren's away. Someone came in the other day to the studio and said, that just makes me wanna do a cartwheel across here. And I said, then let's do it. And I took my corner and I said, move out of the way, Lauren. And I did a cartwheel and it felt so fun. Lauren, are cartwheels as contagious as handstands? Or do
Sneezes.
upside down moments?
Sneezes.
Upside down moments are taking over.
Just sneezing.
Sneezing. Oh yeah, look at that.
In the other
And
direction.
then the other side. Good. And then
Wouldn't
this
have
is,
landed on the beam,
say,
but
other side here. Have a little bit of a brain gym effort going on there.
good thing we're not 4
That's
feet
all
in the
right.
air on 4 inches
Thank
of beam.
goodness. Thank goodness. But that still remains to be fun. And if that's you, let's continue. Handstands. Lauren prefers her tripod kick-up entry, and I like my step into entry. Let's just show one of those each. And which team are you on? Are you on Team Ian or with Team Lauren? So Team Lauren will be this set of exercises here, trying to kick up and hold, kick-ups and holds. If you're fortunate to have a partner, nice, Lauren. Maybe you don't need it. Take your time, come down. Let me use a partner for one drill here. Come on down, come on down. Good. If you're fortunate to have a partner,
So you said hold. So.
Lauren will show maybe
I
what I was
heard
trying to get
hold.
at. Get them to hold your leg while you're up there.
Oh, that sort of hold.
Yeah. So if you are fortunate to have a partner here and you're
Woo.
working on the center stuff, make sure your partner is not going to sneeze or
Yeah, it's
fall
just my
down from
nostrils.
exertion. So I could get up and I'm not quite there. So she'll leave me alone. But if I got up, she could just help me figure out how to be up here by giving a little bit of feedback.
Your legs are not staying together.
I know. And then we can come back down. So use the benefit of a partner or just join yourself in center. So Team Lauren, Team Ian. Team Lauren, you go first.
Great.
We're looking for a 5-second hold. We're working on a 5-second hold.
Or you could be climbing the wall.
That's exactly it. So setting up wide open hands like Lauren cues. And again, 1 or 2 tries to get that 5-second hold to start our practice here. Yep. That was a lot of work, maybe. But that looked good.
Good.
Held on to
5
it.
seconds.
5 seconds. So then Team Lauren does 5. Team Ian here with my step in, also looking for 5 seconds.
Make sure your shirts are tucked in. You're all organized. You have room around you. Growing tall. Finding that balance. Finding that point. And controlling the down to press away.
Nice.
Nice.
Is 5 seconds and that kind of a rest interval something that you feel you could do again right now? Or should we take a little bit longer rest? Follow along. or watch Lauren for some cues on how to improve your handstand practice in center. Again, we'll be looking for about 5-second holds here, or maybe 10 seconds of effort trying to get yourself up there. Taking your time, pointing toes, and as Lauren cued to me, you want to push down through those hands and find that perfect balance point with maybe a little bit of that hip tuck, but it's in the hands. It's in those hands. And as Lauren just said there, that push away.
Excuse me, just gonna need a
A little
Kleenex.
bit of a shakeout. A little bit of a Kleenex,
All right.
a little bit of a...
Ian's turn.
Here we go.
So when he steps in, reaching and already having those elevated shoulders, so we're already pushing the floor away there. And he's doing that to try to find his balance.
I'm cheating. Okay,
Excuse me.
here we go.
Just want to prevent the next round of sneezes. Good. So also using those hands to grip. Nice. Keeping the elbows straight, pressing that floor away, pointing toes, growing tall, gripping.
Oh, I like the growing word there. When you said grow, I really pushed down to grow up, and that felt
Great.
like a lot of work,
Great.
but very strong. In between those sets of handstands, we'll just be working on a little bit of a movement clock version here. Again, I want us to think about pulling energy off the floor, pointing a toe, landing toe ball heel, keeping the heel down in the back, and then push forward. And doing that for about 3. So pick up, push forward to go back. And that's a very useful cue for our handstand. If in your handstand, you're going over that way, it's the effort to push the floor that way to bring yourself back. Finish last repetition on that leg, and we'll switch. Pull off the floor, toe ball heel, and again, push forward to go back, pull, soft land, push, come back, and last time, toe ball heel, push, and back. Have a wiggle. Rest those upper body muscles. Again, a half-hour practice on those hands is quite intense, at least for non-professionals. Having fun on a weekend, take your time, mix it up with some upper bodies and lower body moves. It's all the same, but
Especially
different.
pre-coffee.
Woo.
Do I get to go?
We get to go. So how did 5 seconds feel? Pause for 1 second. Lauren mentioned that wall walk. So if we're not quite ready for the stuff in the center to work at any length of time, try a kick up or two. Try the entry here, and then come over to that wall, walk yourself up, and hold for time.
Facing the wall.
Facing the wall. It'll build that endurance necessary to follow along with Lauren the next time. So here we go. What are you aiming for?
10-ish.
10-ish seconds. So a little bit, 5 to 10 second holds here. Pointing toes. She's pointing and growing so much she's off the screen. She's driving down.
Oh, that threw me off.
It was a terrible joke. Terrible joke. So here we go again. It just looks so good. I want to talk about it. And that's at least 10. So I'm going to tip her over if she doesn't come down after that, because I want her to do it again.
It was just that threw me
so
off the
good.
screen. It's like, I didn't think I was over there.
No. Growing so tall. So again, that was an amazing 10 seconds. We may need more rest intervals between these sets as we try a little bit more work. Okay,
Ian's
focus.
turn. Ian's turn. Reaching again and pressing that floor away.
Oh, come on.
We have little speckles on our floor. So when I go to enter my handstand, I try to find a little speckle to look at. And I keep looking at the same thing, just like I would when I try to balance on a single leg standing up tall.
Lauren is full of performance enhancing cues today because that's what I just did. And that really added
that stability to my handstand.
What would you usually look at? Not just one speckle?
You think I can focus on like one speckle?
Ian makes a
on
magic
this floor?
eye out of our floor
Oh my
every
goodness,
time.
magic eye. No way.
There's a train.
No, I definitely won't be able to see that either. So here we go again. Not quite a drum roll, but just take your time as you set up. And pointing toes. And breathing. Checking in. Doing it again. Yes. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Great.
Good.
And that second effort that Lauren took there, much harder. She'd already been up there for maybe 4 or 5 seconds before. Kevin,
I feel like I have red face
you
here.
do.
I know. I was
Working
breathing.
hard.
I'll tell you, I was
Good.
breathing up there.
Okay, so
Okay,
I'm
one
gonna
more.
try to get into that
Pick your
handstand on the
speckle,
other
Ian.
leg now. The other leg, and pick my speckle. Okay.
What are you looking at? You picking your speckle? Again, pressing that floor away. This time I was up there and I really felt myself be able to control my weight through my hands by I can do it one way really well, but the other way, and I had it a little bit that time, so that was a cool thing for me.
Face feels red. Might need the wall for a second.
So I have the ability typically that if my butt's going over, I can use my fingers to push it back. But then when I'm going down to be upright, I find I have a hard time. Yeah, I bend the elbows. But I was finding a way to use my
Heel.
heels. That was cool.
Ooh.
That was exciting.
And it's
But I
taken-
didn't want to get too excited
and
upside
it's
down.
only taken
6, 7 years.
how many years? It's all a process. We look forward to the next phasing. Same idea on our clocks, but this time just step out to the side. But it's that same idea of pulling energy from the floor, pointing a toe, landing gracefully, and then pushing one way to go the other. We'll repeat for 2 more, so sets of 3 here. Open, forward-facing hips, push to the side to come in, pull, point, soft land, push away to come in. Same thing. Pull, point, grace land, press, center. Pull, point, soft land, push. Last one. In and shake. 1 more set of these handstands.
Yes.
Of course, there'll be some play at the end, I hope too. But last set of our handstand practice here. Again, super progressive to go. I'm going to go 5-second holds, 10-second holds, back down to 5. So we're going to finish nice and strong here today and just do multiple sets of 5-second holds or similar. Please join us on the wall. I'll be doing this last set on the wall. Build the endurance. If we're looking for 5 seconds in the middle, I'm going to be on the wall for 15. Overbuild the wall to find success in the center room. Lauren, take it away. I'm going to move this pommel horse out of the way. Set up. You heard her take her dragon breath there. She sets up nicely.
I don't dragon.
No one dragon breathes, especially if you breathe through your nose, of course. But here we go. I'm going to hide in the corner. And take a second, right? 5 seconds to try to finish off nice and strong. Five seconds.
But if it's going really
But
well.
if it's going well, celebrate some happy accidents. Okay.
Happy, it's not an accident.
No, I know.
It's very much purposeful.
Okay, and if you can talk your way through it like that, then you're definitely on the purposeful track here. So other than saying this looks amazing, and this is multiple years of practice and time and reflection and progression.
And like probably a record.
Regression.
I wish you were timing.
We'll check it on the replay.
The replay. Oh yeah, we have delayed replay. It's not
Yeah,
instant.
we'll check it out.
24-hour later
So again,
replay.
Finding the stuff in the center, very challenging. That's okay. We do too. And to help us in center, we'd face the wall.
And then, so as you're facing the wall and pressing the floor away to grow up to your handstand, you're getting as tight to the wall as you can when you're doing this, as close as you can, pressing away, but still thinking about the weight in your hands here too. So don't forget about those fingers when you're in the wall. And then a safe dismount. It was about 15 seconds.
I was hoping it was about 15. So if we're looking for 5 seconds in center, we need a little bit longer on the wall. Overbuild your endurance, your system on the wall to try to explore that in the center. You good for one more?
Sure, one more.
Great. Taking time, setting up just right. Hey, Lauren, have you done your other leg entry today?
I did earlier when we warmed up.
Good, as long as we get it in there. As long as we get it in. I'm going to hang out my squat. I feel a little bit better down here. Maybe I'm hiding behind the rad. But again, Lauren's hands, the things I try to emulate, like Lauren does so well in her handstand practice, is the setup, shoulders over wrists, and the determination to just keep on going. The things that I haven't had to say today as much include what, Lauren? What haven't I told you to do as much today?
Point your toes.
Point your toes. Pointing your toes.
My wrists are done. I'm
Yep.
done on my handstands
Be
there.
good on those wrists. So join me on the wall for one more set if that's you. Build the endurance. As Lauren said there, 5 seconds center, 15 seconds on the wall. Let's go.
All right, hands up. Here we go. I'll actually time this time.
And my position here is okay too.
So
But as Lauren
if
said-
you can tell, he wasn't that close to the wall there in that position. And that's okay. Starting where you feel comfortable and then working up to a more uncomfortable or challenging place. That's been 15 seconds, but safe dismount.
And relax that. Okay. Hanging out in your squat, hanging out in your Siza. Let's get back to that mermaid, just like we started with. So, how does that feel? That still feels a little bit tight today. We did some hips, but maybe not enough to make a real change on that. But that's still fun. We can hang out in that Siza. As Lauren's doing, kind of that shift side to side. So if you feel your ribs are drifting out to the side here, use the hand, like in that get up, to press into the floor and to bring your rib cage back over center. It's still really hard to sit on two bum cheeks here, but that also might require just a little bit of rejigging to try to get this butt cheek as low to the floor as possible. Again, easy on the wrist. That'll be it for that wrist over there. But like a get up, think about pressing through the floor to stack that rib cage over your hips. Nice and easy, anyhow you want. Switch that out. And then same thing. Hand can go to the side. If we're shrugging or leaning that way, press through, bring yourself center. And again, have a little bit of fun and safe stretch in that mer position here. And work on your external rotation in your hips as well.
Look at my internal is great though.
You got it. I know. Having a balance, having a little bit of both. So I've had fun. I feel strong and feel ready to drink that morning coffee.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for following along with us today at this Saturday morning weekend workout. Build strength skills, have fun, and keep doing it. It takes a long time, and we'll be here all month of November, December.
January, February,
2021, we're in. We want to be here for our own practice, for each other, and for you at home. So thanks very much. My name's Ian.
I'm Lauren.
Together we play and take care all the time.
You know it.
I'm still working on ways to rhyme at the end. Okay.
Always.
Bye. Have
Goodbye.
a good day.
Have a great day.
See you.
That was fun.